a war going on. The books can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
And a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for a Tuesday. And it's June 3rd. We're getting ready for our sports betting day, Major League Baseball, WNBA, and more. Right now, just completed tennis action from Paris, and it was Iga Swiatek convincingly, I'd say, over Spinalina, 6-1, 7-5, win the second match of the day. We've already seen Arina Sabalenka over Qinwen Zhang earlier to punch her ticket to the next round as well. So 2 matches already completed here in Paris. Coming up just moments away, Musetti and Tiafoe, followed by Paul and Alcaraz to complete play today with the men and the women seniors over in Paris. Okay. Want to say hello to everyone coming by in the chat here as we have our sports betting previews here on the Morning Steam Show. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you're able to catch our coverage yesterday with VB MMA picks. It's already in the can and loaded up for you to start getting ready to roll on your UFC handicapping for this Saturday's card. UFC 316 here this week is the card on Saturday night. We'll have coverage here, our companion coverage, of course, but you can watch our show with VB and myself. And our guest this week was Kyle Anthony from Wager Talk and such. And you can catch that show right now up underneath the Lives tab, VB MMA picks this week for the coverage here on Saturday night. Going to be fun time with the guys. We get ready for Dabalashvili versus O'Malley 2 here on Saturday. And we also previewed the fight involving the anticipated debut of Patchy Mix here on Saturday. So have that as well. Patchy Mix, I think I had that when I was 19. A little skin disorder, maybe. All right. Let's see who's here today and get things rolling with the chat. And Jim Casey is here today, and maybe they should tax the White Sox, I think is what we should do, Jim. All right. Also, Oldie's here today. Hello to my man, Oldie. Great to see you, Oldie. There, Toucan here today as well. Hello to Toucan in the chat. And let's see what he had to say. He's talking about tennis here a little bit. He's got the Tiafoe match going at least 4 sets, I think is what he's saying there. Twisted says he likes Tiafoe to win the match, period. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. I was kind of the other. I was thinking, man, this is a good matchup for Musetti. But look, Tiafoe's been strong, too. It's going to be a good match to follow while we're here on the show today. And let's see here. Twisted in there talking about it too. Cash Gains here today says smash the like button here today. Thank you. Smash it, like it. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Don't forget, like this video, subscribe to our channel Sports Money here on YouTube. I'm just trying to punch these things up here. Andrew K is here today. Cash game like that Mets play. Let's look at some of the action here if we can from yesterday. Ramon had a few wins for sure. There, Robert, good morning to you. Andrew says we had Texas Tech. Oh, yeah, Tech. Oh, man, was that softball amazing last night? That was the game of the day. I mean, the softball game was the game of the day, wasn't it, Andrew? With Texas Tech over Oklahoma to reach the semifinals. The game tying home run from the number 9 hitter in the bottom of the top of the 7th inning to tie the game. What a moment. And then they won it, though, in the bottom of the 7th. There's Nuke. Hello to Nuke. Please like this video. What I keep forgetting to do, I want to keep track, you guys, of the new community leaderboard is what I kind of wanted to do and see who, punches up the most comments or however the algorithm works to make the community leaderboard up there. I kind of want to keep an eye on that. I'm going to punch it up over here and see who is winning the community leaderboard throughout the show. Good morning to Philly Eagle Flyer today. And Twisted. Oh, that's okay, Twisted. If you're on the membership there, oh man, I can't extend. If you haven't just purchase a 1 day. I'll put you in for a few. I'll put you in for if you do a one. Twisted, you're such a great contributor. I hope I don't mess it up. But we did have some. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what we can do here. When you're signed up, I can extend any long package. The 1 day when you just buy one, I can't do anything with that. I know I can do something, whatever it is, Twisted. So I'll try to make sure I find it and just extend you there for a long time, for sure. You're such a great contributor here. Let me check something out here. Hold on a moment. Okay, I'll have to do it later. Obviously, we're in the show here. I was going to see if I could bring it up and do it. And okay, but appreciate it. Twisted about that. I will make it right, whatever I need to do there. But like I said, if just get the 1 day, I'll put it in there for at least a week. All right, maybe that'll be okay. And Chill will. You know what? I just went down though. He said good looks on the tennis, but I just went down. I'm 0-1 actually today, but I think we're gonna like what we see here. There, Laker boy did say Bublik plus 2.5 sets. How about Bublik to win outright in straight sets? So we should have had. Wow, Bublik, what a performance, huh? There. And Chill will. That was great. So yeah, what a softball game it was. Let me look at the other stuff though too, because I know we had a bunch of winners here yesterday. Hopefully you caught me over there. Cover the spread show yesterday. I did win all my 3 plays over there. Cover the spread show on YouTube with Rockies on the run line. I also had the Angels in Boston to go over on the Cover the Spread show, and I also had Minnesota and the A's to go over there on that show yesterday. Also 2-0 with my premium picks over at Tony's Picks. We had Milwaukee to win, and we had the under in the Padres and the Giants. I guess it went under 1-0 in 10 innings, and we had winners on the show. Did we win every play yesterday? No, we did not. we did have yesterday Colorado and Miami game to go over here on the show for a winner. We also had Milwaukee and Cincinnati game to go under here on the show yesterday for a winner. We also had the Angels yesterday here on the show on the run line against Boston for a winner. Did we have Detroit on the run line? Yes, we did, over the White Sox for another winner here on the show. I thought you said we didn't win them all. We did win them all yesterday here on the show in baseball, didn't we? We had also San Diego lay that we took them on the run line of all things yesterday with the Padres, but they didn't win outright. We had Minnesota on the run line on the road, and we had the Mets on the run line. That was 7-0 here on the Morning Steam Show yesterday for Ramon. Well, no charge. No charge. Thank you, everybody, for we did have one loser yesterday. Two losers, okay? We had the Dodger game to go over last night against the Mets as a premium pick. It was a sports money premium. And I also did lose. We were on the happy hour show yesterday, and I said go under with Detroit and the White Sox. That went over. So, well, couldn't win them all. Almost did. Almost won every single play. We did have yesterday also here on the show with North Carolina, as mentioned, as our pick there over Oklahoma. And we also had a premium pick winner, Arkansas Little Rock, yesterday. And we also had the under in Miami, Florida, and Southern Miss. So that's what it was, Twisted. I had the with the short schedule, I just had the Major League Baseball premium pick and the two college picks together, and it was just a small package. So if anyone didn't feel like they got enough picks yesterday, just let me know, and I'll extend it for sure. All right. And Laker Boy, he had the Padres there yesterday. And let's see, Cash Kane. Thank you. All right, you guys. Yeah, good day yesterday. We did, and we also had premium pick winners in tennis. Actually, I went, I think, 3-2 though in tennis. We had Lois Boyson plus the games against Pagula. We had Joker over Nori minus the games. We did have Bublik plus the games actually, and then I said on the show there, I think take the 2.5 sets or plus 2.5 sets there yesterday. So. All right, but it was a crazy day again in college baseball with some of those. I guess maybe it was a little bit return to form, and did have a premium pick winner over at Tony's Picks with the Wake Forest Tennessee game to go over. All right, that's that. We'll get ready to get going here with the action today for sure. Let's see if we can pick some winners and talk about Major League Baseball betting here for a Tuesday. Let's get going here and get your pens, pencils, and scorecards ready here right now for our action here today. All right. I say you guys are ready, but am I ready? I think is what the problem is here. All right. Spoons, good morning and hello. Dougie Wise has the Phillies here today. All right. Let's get to those games here right now. Oh, but let me promote it at least. I'm talking about the picks. Hey, you can get my best picks every day over at winnable.com/Ramon. I have my sports money premiums over there. It's my second tier package, and you get these plays here. This is my high volume plays here. If you like a lot of plays or a lot of suggestions anyway, sent to your phone device, email, SMS. Go to winnable.com/Ramon and join me for just 50 cents a day when you subscribe for 1 month at $19.95 and use the promo code STEAM. Comes out to like $13.67. It's not even 50 cents a day, but I just say that to round it up. And you can get the plays sent to you. This is kind of my final card, if you will, plays that are usually sent within the last 30 minutes prior or sometimes an hour or two, but nonetheless, these are kind of like the final plays that are sent out over there at winnable.com, and send out a couple updates. Yesterday wasn't much going on with the short card, and it's going to be a lot of baseball here, certainly for the weeks to come, and some WNBA, and we'll find some other sports in there as well. I like Major League Soccer here, and we've got some summer sports. So check me out there over at Winnable. Thanks a lot. You can use that promo code STEAM. There's the address to get those plays, and then use that promo code STEAM, okay? All right, let's see what we got here. We'll get ready to go with the Rockies taking on the Marlins here. Let's make sure this pitching is right here with Dolander today, because I thought they had a couple of suggestions here, but I think we got Dolander here going against Sandy Alcantara. So hopefully Sandy can get things going here eventually. But let's see what you guys have here today with Colorado taking on Miami from Miami. And for Alcantara here, well, he's still got an 8.47 ERA, and it's now June. So I don't know. I get you don't send him to the minors. I don't know what you do, but Sandy here still struggling, 2-7 record. The Marlins are 4-7 with Sandy pitching. He's at a 306 BABIP. Not like there's any kind of you got blown up for one inning and gave up 20 runs or anything like that. Sandy's just been not good. So we'll see if he can handle this role as a huge favorite going up against Colorado. It just seems, now look, we did go yesterday, Colorado there. I had them over there on that Cover the Spread show. We went over here on the show yesterday as the stock market opens up with another tankola here to get the day going. That's okay. See what you guys have in this one with Colorado and Miami today. Can Colorado do something again here against these guys? Yesterday's score was 6-4 in favor of Colorado. Marquez ended up beating Meyer in that one. So, hey, look, you got to find – if you had Colorado yesterday, right? I mean, look, they've only got the 10 wins or whatever it is. You got to pick them sometime. And maybe these are the matchups to take them in when they're playing a, not so great team. And, of course, they're going to get a little better, aren't they? They got to get a little better. These Colorado Rockies. So, all right, let's see what you have in this one. Colorado taking on Miami. I don't know what I could do here with this game and cover a few trends here with this matchup. Anyway, it just is a pretty high price, man, but and it should be a better pitching matchup. Boy, I might still have to go with Miami in one here. Let's see what you got. I'm real nervous about this one because we pick every game, right? Miami has lost 5 of their last 7 games overall. They're just 1-5 in their last 6 at home. They've actually not always been able to get the run line against Colorado. Colorado's actually covered the run line in 7 of the 8 last games here. But Miami has won 4 of their last 5 at home against Colorado. The one loss coming there yesterday. But 4 of the last 6 between these two have gone over for the Rockies here. They snapped an 8-game losing streak there with the win. And they are, let's see here, 3-22 and now in their last 25 on the road. How about that? Let's get to the comments in this one. Nobody, I wouldn't want to comment on this one, but we've got to. All right. Andrew says the Yankees line seems a little high there yesterday. And Little Rock, they had the chance, didn't they, Jerry, yesterday? They did cover the run. They did cover the run line. So, I did go Little Rock plus 5.5. I think they lost by 4 there eventually, huh? And Andrew talking a little more college baseball. Who's it going to be, right? Oregon State certainly did the job crushing USC yesterday. And talking a little Florida State in there. Jerry's talking about and we're trying to find some other sports too, right? That's where we went that softball game yesterday, huh? Wasn't that something? You had the four-time defending champions getting beat by the first $1 million college player. And, she gave up the big home run, but she did a pretty good job. And she's a leader. She's a real leader out there in that Texas Tech program, obviously, has landed themselves on the map in college baseball. College softball. Cash Caden says Marlins today, first five. Jerry says, let's go with the Rockies back-to-back. Nukes on the Rockies here. Philly Eagle Flyer likes the over. Cash Caden likes the under. And Jerry says we got to write our essays for the president. Jerry says, how about Arkansas? I think, right? Is that what we're talking about there? And Fernando likes the Rockies. And Laker boys ready for this tennis match to start. Maybe we should do a live companion coverage for tennis. Here's what it would look like. Well, I guess not on TV. All right. I'll make a call here. I'm going the other way today. I'm going to come back with Miami in this one. I think Colorado is. I don't like this price. I mean, I wouldn't send it out as a premium or anything, and don't try this at home. I'm going to go with Miami on the run line here today. And Jerry said those pitchers were tough out there, right? Don't sleep in the Oklahoma pitcher, right? What a great career she had as well. They were really doing it. To me, that was a great women's sports action for sure. I mean, almost, I don't want to say all the women's sports aren't great. Love the but I'll tell you what, softball has more athleticism than you might give it credit for, right? When you watch the way the great softball players play, and because it's in a way, yes, there's now power in the game, and UCLA and the church scored all their runs and home runs, but I mean, there's a lot of finesse too, of course, because of the fast pitching and the bunting and the slap hits and the great defense, especially. All right, I'm on Miami here. Good morning to Justin in the chat as well. I'm gonna try Miami in this game on the run line. Oh, did I say what the price was? I assume it's probably maybe even a little plus money today on that. No, probably not. Let's see. Maybe it's right around even. Plus 120. Okay, I'm gonna take the Marlins here on the run line. Next up, the Astros are taking on the Pirates here in game one. Burrows isn't pitching. That wouldn't make it. It wouldn't be $1.45, I don't think. We know who's pitching. But there was a little bit of shuffling, I think, in the rotation of the Pirates, right, for this. So still, when we took Skeens last time out, we got him as a dog, right? And the thing is, he's kind of not a great right now anyway. He's great. We all know he's great, but he doesn't feel like a great favorite, right? Because he can't get any run support, can't, get any leads to protect him here. Now, McCullers has struggled here for sure on his return. 5 appearances, 5 starts, 3.89 ERA, 3.54. The BABIP here. Now, that should be maybe enough for a guy like Skeens. In fact, this price, though, is even higher than this. Man, it's like $1.55. And the thing is, the Pirates, I mean, they're just not great, still 22-36. The Astros are starting to kick it in gear a little bit, right? And McCullers, look, he even when before his spell of injuries, he was never, he had, certainly some good games in there, some good starts, some good long starts, even, excellent starts, but inconsistent still as a young pitcher. And let's see what you can do with this one here with Skeens, a 2.15 ERA, 0.91 whip, 187 batting average against, 245 BABIP. But Pittsburgh 5-7 with Skeens. That is not going to be profitable when you're favored most of the time, that's for sure. But McCullers also. They are 3-2. The Astros are with McCullers starting 3-0-1 to the over with McCullers starting. Pittsburgh has gone 12-6 in their last 18 games at home against Houston. That's pretty good, huh? Pittsburgh's gone under in 9 of their last 12 games at home. Houston's gone under in 4 of their last 5 on the road. Also, they've gone under in 13 of their last 19 overall. 6 of the last 8 meetings between the two teams have gone over. Let's see what you have, though, in this one with Houston and Pittsburgh. I think it kind of sounds like I kind of want to take the Astros, doesn't it? Today, and just I know that McCullers, but Pittsburgh can't hit. Pittsburgh can't hit 3.2 runs per game. Let's go to the chat. Paul Skeens has cost people money this year, that's for sure. Not Paul. And Justin's got McMahon for an RBI back there. Jerry, you're an umpire. Man, great. Thank you for being an umpire also. These folks don't get enough respect from people. And he was a fast pitch umpire. And I too love softball. Covered many games, many high school games, many high school softball games. Covered many of them. Covered championship. Covered CIF championship games even. Justin's got the Astros here, money line. Kripke was on the Reds back there today. And I tell you, getting back to the softball, I was rooting for UCLA, and I didn't mention it I didn't get the opportunity to, but I do love to talk about the athletes that I have covered. And if anybody saw UCLA's outstanding freshman catcher this season, Sophia Mujica, a player that I've covered and has the all-time home run record in San Diego County, and a freshman at UCLA. Only going to be great. She's going to be incredible. She had a great season as a freshman. Didn't even play full time. And Andrew says, "Wow, look at this! The road teams were 7-0. Well, that's interesting that they went 7-0, and I went undefeated here on the show. That is very interesting. Wow. Okay, I see it. And I had 5 of them, and I had the other 2 were totals here on the show as part of that undefeated record yesterday here on the show. Huh? That's really interesting. All right." Cash Kane's on the Pirates. Fernando's on the under here. And here's Astros for Cash Kane. You guys are kind of feeling it like I am. Will Johnson, hello. Nice to see you there. And did you see it, Nuke? And yes, they've actually tracked down the person who had the biggest threats on McCullers. Came from outside the country, they said, did investigators in that situation. And I think Will's going to come back here. He's going to go Marlins and Brewers on these first 2 games right now. And let's see here. Let's see. Robert's on the Astros as well. So you guys are like, hey, we got too many. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. No, I'm not. I don't think I'm going with Pittsburgh, actually. I think I'm agreeing with you guys here. And this one was like, man, we got too many people on the Astros. But I think everyone's starting to feel that Paul Skeens, the what am I trying to say, you guys? Am I lost my mind? The Paul Skeens losing, I don't know how else to say it. That Paul Skeens is a money burner. That's what it feels like with Skeens, right? We don't want to, we're not going to get rid of this guy. We're not going to, stop. We're looking for spots, right? We were just on him. We said, go with Skeens. when he's a dog. That's great. I mean, Paul Skeens is a dog. What is his plus and minus money so far this season? I like to uh, look at that. Is he actually profitable? And I'm no, no, no. Here he is. Okay, I just want to look at it. It's got to be down at least 3 or 4 units, right? Down 2 units so far, minus 190 in those 12 starts. So, like I said, we could have figured probably out with the record there. 5-7 for Skeens. Okay, so all right, I think that'll do it there. And that one, I'll take the Astros here. I guess on the money line, the run line's a little steep for sure at minus 170 here, but I'm gonna try the Astros on the road in this one against Skeens. I think if anything, the McCullers is probably the drawback here for the Astros right now. But Astros averaging 4.1 runs per game. The pitching is still pretty good for the Astros out of the pen, and maybe we'll see improvement from McCullers. Certainly, putting in the work. All right, let's continue on here. Will's on the Pirates, and we're going to go next to the Cubs and the Nationals here in this one with Horton on the road here, going up against Tyler Williams. Okay, I got you there. For Williams here, he's got a 5.69 ERA. Washington was hot. They were on a winning streak before losing that final game to Arizona. They had the day off there yesterday. For Horton, he comes in 2-0 with a 3.98 ERA. 3 starts. Cubs have won them all. He's got a 1.2 whip, 282 BABIP coming in. He's got better numbers than Williams here in this one. Nationals were hot on that road trip, no doubt about it. The bats were hot, but Horton here comes in with some pretty good numbers right now. At least getting some run support with these Cubs that average 5.8 runs per game. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game right now. Look, what says 140, and the total still is only 9. I'm going to call it 9 over 20. Well, I do see 9.5 unders out there a little bit. Maybe I'll call it 9.5 under 20. And the Cubs are up to at least $1.50, if not $1.55 here on the road. Cubs are pretty good, but again, these favorite prices are just getting too high. It feels like here right now. Yes, Cubs are among the best teams in the National League. Washington isn't horrible. They're trying to sneak up on 500 here right now with that hot streak that they were on. And, well, at least they got them at home here. So let's see. Cubs have dominated Washington. They've won 8 of the last 9 meetings between the two teams. Cubs have won 6 of their last 7, but Washington's won 4 out of their last 5. Washington's gone under in 6 of their last 7 games at home, but they did go over on that hot streak on the road. So let's see, though. But again, man, that price is just getting a little bit too dicey for me right there. Not much in the way of winds here today. Temperatures in the high 60s, it looks like. Andrew's got a Pirates, Astros. Pirates and Astros under, I think is what he's saying there. Will went with Tigers and Mets. Justin here says, got to go over in this one. Here's Philly Eagle Flyer, likes the game to be tied there. And let's see, Justin. Oh, we said that one already. Thank you, Justin. Oh, is Justin with the he's warming up for the prop. Oh, man, I didn't do the prop commercial yet. We'll do it. We'll talk barbecue here on the show. Here's Robert says Nats first 5 in this one. Cash Kane likes the Nats on the run line. So, yeah, there is some. Oh, pardon me, you guys. I never whine about not being perfect here on the air, but I'm not going so great today. Uh, Maybe I'm just getting old, just have less good days. Jerry says Nats on the run line. I've got plenty of enthusiasm for you, at least here today. Uh, all right, I'm gonna go for it here. I go with Justin in this one. I think I want the over with even at 9.5 runs today. Give me the over with the Cubs and the Nationals here on the Morning Steam Show. All right. Jerry also Nats. So man, you guys are with me on the Nats. Anybody be fading us? They'd be taking the chalk. Next up, the Guardians are on the road taking on the New York Yankees. The Yankees are a $2 favorite here today, and the total 8 under. It's 8 under. It's definitely moving to the under here with the Guardians and the Yankees, maybe even 8 under 20 for the Guardians here on the road as a dog with. It's not Allen, right? It's Tanner Bybee. Let's fix that. Did I do these pitchers right? Why do I have a couple of them wrong here? Okay, Ford Bybee here coming in. He does have a 3.86 ERA coming into this one, 1.2 whip, 249 batting average against. The Guardians are 6-5 with Bybee on the mound here. Guardians are 6 games over 500, winners of 2 straight games in that series win over the Angels. They dropped the first one. Of course, the Yankees lost that series to the Dodgers, but they won the game on Sunday night, and they travel back home here with Carlos Rodon. The left-hander has a 2.6 ERA, 0.93 whip, 164 batting average against. Rodon's been tough. He's 7-3. He's 3-9 to the under is Rodon in his starts. Let's go to the chat here in this one. Cleveland has lost 7 of their last 10 games against the Yankees overall. Yankees have gone under in 12 of their last 17. Cleveland's gone under in 7 of their last 8 games on the road, and they've also gone under in 12 of their last 18 games overall. But Yankees do dominate this series, having won 6 of the last 7 meetings between the two. Yankees have won 10 of their last 13 and 7 of their last 8 games overall at home. Yankees starting to do some business. It feels like here right now. Yeah, they did lose those 2 to the Dodgers. Those are going to be tough, right? Traveling in a high-profile game, high-profile series there, that World Series rematch. So, final. Dodgers got the best of that one, that series anyway. Let's go to the chat right now and see how you guys are going to play it here today with the Guardians and the Yankees with our chat all-stars. Will was on the Cubs, back on that last one. Here's Justin. He likes the Yankees minus run line here. Also, he says they score first and win. That'll be $1.30. Here's to Andrew on Cleveland. On the run line, Tariq wants the Yankees. Hi, Tariq. Here's Cascade, Yankees run line. Here's Jerry says Yankees and Rodon K's. It leans to the under here and says that says Guardians struggle with those left-handed pitchers. Guardians right now against left-handers 3-8, one of the worst records in the American League against left-handed pitching. It might be the worst percentage-wise. It is. Cleveland is the worst team in the American League against left-handed pitching. In fact, outside of Colorado, no team has less wins against left-handed pitching than the Cleveland Guardians. And there's Spoons. He's shoring it up as well with those statistics. And here, Jerry talking about the tennis match, Musetti mowing through. I need a win here all of a sudden. You guys are like, hey, Ramon is Mr. Tennis. He loves, and I have won 0-1-1 at those matches, but I've got Musetti here minus 6 games as my premium pick here today. And Robert, Yankees. Me too. Yankees run line here should be a pretty good play. It feels like here. I want the Yankees as my play on the show. All right. Nuke says Yankees first five. Yankees on the Yankees will win the full game. Phillies and Blue Jays here. Well, we all remember the World Series, don't we? Many a moon ago. Not many World Series are won on a home run like that one was. It wasn't Game 7, but remember. I know Nuke remembers when Joe Carter hit that home run. All right, Phillies and Blue Jays today with Christopher Sanchez here on the mound. Phillies are 9-2 with Sanchez on the mound, 3.17 ERA, 1.29. The WHIP, 244 batting average against, and a 322 BABIP. Not great on the BABIP, but for the Blue Jays here, and I think it's Bowden Francis actually. So why do I keep having these wrong pictures up here? Now, you got to admit, I did pretty slow day. I got a lot of rest here yesterday to put these names in here a long time ago. But let me get it right here with Francis. My name's not Francis. Don't call me Francis. What was the line in the movie? All right. For Bowden Francis here, a 5.04 ERA, 1.35 WHIP, 271 batting average against. Toronto is 4-7 with Francis on the mound. He's 2-6 overall coming into this one. Phillies still 13 games over 500, but give Toronto a lot of credit right now on this winning streak. They have moved to over 500 right now. And best part about it, I mean, look, Toronto, okay, so they were playing the A's at home or whatever, but that didn't stop them. You know, they didn't clunk it up. They had a big performance. They're racking up those runs against the A's, 39 runs in 4 games. But remember, they played Texas. You know, they beat one. They played Texas pretty well too. So this feels like kind of the best streak going. Even though there was the A's, it kind of feels like a little bit of positive mojo here for this 5-game winning streak for the Blue Jays. Phillies actually lost 4 of their last 5 games, 4 straight. I think 4 straight coming in. Remember, they just played Milwaukee at home and got beat down by the Brewers big time here. Yeah, did have Harper battling some injuries a little bit, but Pittsburgh has won 4 out of the last 5 meetings between the two, and maybe Philadelphia going back on the road's a thing they need. They're 8-1 in their last 9 road games right now. Toronto's gone over in 6 straight games at home here recently. Let's see how you guys have this one. Here with Philadelphia and Toronto today, Sanchez and Bowden Francis. I'll go to the chat and hear from you guys before I go. Here we go. With, let's see here, Gerald Jones here today. He's talking about the Rodon. There's a lot of cappers out there giving them up. Joe Carter says, no. He'll always be a hero. Spoon says, take the Phillies minus the run here against the Blue Jays today. Cash gain. Phillies. And Philly Eagle Flyer likes the Phillies team total over. Jerry doesn't know why people are betting the Phillies here in this one. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards the Jays here, but here's Robert on the Jays. I mean, I don't think there's anything. Look, that was a rough spell. Milwaukee came in there and did a job on them on the Phillies for sure. But again, 8-1 in their last 9 on the road. I'm not saying that, you know, maybe when you are in a losing streak, it's hard to get that live, you know, get that going again. Thank you to Nuke there for those memories. And Paul Skeen's Day for Irish King. Here's Nuke on the Jays on the money line. Yeah, the run line is minus. I'm going to take him on the run line, minus $1.30 here. Tariq is going to lean Phillies. I'll take Toronto here plus 1.5 tonight in this one. And we've got one more here. And Irish King says he likes the Phillies to win. Big, I think he said there. Okay. Next up, the Brewers are on the road. They're taking on the Reds here. And we had the Brewers yesterday in that 3-2 road victory over the Reds. Hey, the Brewers dominate the Reds. Let's just call it like it is, I think, right now. You look at some of the numbers in this series between these two teams, and it's kind of all Brewers when these two teams meet. That was kind of what caught my eye, I think, most of all in this series. So let's see, though, right now, take a look at the pitching matchup and whatnot. With Peralta here, 2.77, the earned run average, 208 batting average against, 253 BABIP, and a 1.16 whip. Peralta's been pretty good. He's 5-3. The Brewers are 7-5 with Peralta on the mound. Green here, 4-3. 2.63 ERA. These two pitchers are combined 6-14 to the under so far. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game. Right now, the total is it's 8.5 under here with two pretty good starters here. Yeah, we're in Cincinnati. It's kind of heating up a little bit. I'm sure the runs are going to start to go up here eventually, but you look. Hey, I don't think you're going to find a better starting pitching matchup as far as statistically today, are you? Between these two, and we know Green is dealing here right now. 195 batting average against, 2.63 ERA. Both these guys excellent numbers here for two teams that have pretty okay pitching. For sure. Now, the Brewers coming off that great win, that great sweep at Philly, and they're making their move right now with this winning streak. You could do worse right now in some of the odds. I just wanted to, point it out here. You look at the futures right now, and all of a sudden, you look at Milwaukee in the National League. They are down to just 50-1. Here now, look, I don't, not gonna beat the Dodgers or gonna beat the Phillies. Maybe you can take them to win the division here. That might be a little bit too easy, but look, you can always, stretch your equity out here a little bit. But look, the Brewers are looking okay here, and someone's gonna have to win the division. And hey, once you win the division, you get now the Cardinals are playing good too. I get that. And the Cubs, I know you guys. You don't really trust the Cubs long term, do you? Sorry, Cubs fans. I'm not gonna bag on you too much. All right, let's just see what you got though here. I'm trying to pump up these Brewers. Reds have lost 3 straight games coming into this one, including yesterday's. They lost to the Cubs, of course, before that. So let's see what you got here. That steam came in on the over. You got to respect the steam in this one, but good morning to Jermaine. Cash Game likes the under. Here's a Nerfy for Philly Eagle Flyer. He says we tied the second and third innings. Jerry says take Milwaukee here. Here's Fernando. Milwaukee first 5. He also likes the first 5 over. Nuke says when you got a team on a heater like this, you kind of ride them out and see how many in a row you can get. Rack up some money a little bit. Peralta under on his outs prop for Jermaine. And here's Fernando. He says not sure he can trust his Brewers in this one. Here's Tariq on the Reds. Jermaine took the Yankees here. And for me, I'm going to take the under here in this one with my old algorithm machine over here is telling me to take the over. Anybody who's been following me knows I'm taking more unders than ever, it feels like. And, hey, it's paying off for sure. And this is one where I just trust these starting pitching a little bit here. If the algorithm gets it right, But again, we are up to 8.5. You can grade me at 8 over 15 or so just to make it tough on me, but you could find 8.5 under 15s out there, I think. I'm going to take the under here and go against the computer. We're going to veto the computer over here telling me to go over. Irish King says again, Milwaukee today. And Cash Kane says, if Fernando's off his Brewers and feeling uptight, maybe that is a good sign to take the Reds. I'm going to take the under. Next up is the Angels and Kikuchi going up against the Red Sox. And is it Bello? Is it Bello here for sure? Because, I know that they were having some mixing up their pitching a little bit too, but we got Kikuchi and Babello. All right. For Kikuchi here, a 3.06 ERA. Nobody likes Kikuchi. I like Kikuchi. Everybody likes a little Kikuchi now and then, don't they? 3.06 ERA, 1.5 whip. I get it. 306 BABIP, 256 batting average against. The Angels are just 1-5. Or Kikuchi's just 1-5. The Angels are actually 5-7 with Kikuchi on the mound. They've kind of I would say that he keeps them in games. And when you got 3.06 ERA and the team's at least 5-7 and you're 1-5, that says not only you've kept the team in the game a little bit, but also the team has rallied a little bit late with him once he's gone. But when you got 3.06 ERA, and also he's 8-3 to the over. So hasn't always been great with the bullpen in there. Bello, he is 2-1 with a 3.83 ERA, 1.6 whip, 317 batting average against. Not great numbers here necessarily for Bello, but let's see what you've got in this one. Kikuchi, the left-hander, going up here against the Red Sox. I'll go to the chat. And see what you have here with these two. Here we go. With let me see here. Oh, Spoons took the Reds back there. Thank you. Nate, we'll start us off on this one. He's got the Red Sox to smash, and this one is a favorite. Let me see if I get that price right, too, though. That's probably a little high. It's probably a little cheaper than that right now. Maybe 140, but I see lower than that, too. 140 or so, and the total here, either 9.5 under 20 or 9 over 20 over 25 or so right now is going to be the line in the game here with the Angels and Red Sox today. See if we can break down a few of the numbers here, a few trends maybe to see if we can see if I can make the right call. For the Angels here, coming into this one, they've lost 7 of their last 9 games coming in. Doesn't feel like they've been terrible here of late, even though we know they've been having a rough season. They're still just 5 games under 500, but they did here, of course, win the game yesterday over Boston, 7-6. They're a good game for sure, right? Angels got those 6 runs in the first inning. Red Sox pulled them within 1 after 5, but the Angels were able to hang on for that win, 7-6 yesterday. Angels have actually gone 9-2 in their last 11 games on the road. They're struggling at home is what's going on. 4 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams have gone under. Boston's lost 7 of their last 9 games overall, just 2-4. Last 6 games at home, and they haven't done great in this series against the Angels either. Maybe a few more comments from the chat here in this one. Let's see here. NYC Bar likes the Angels here. Cash Kane says Red Sox to smash the Angels in this one. Billy Eagle Flyer says Trout a home run today. And Jerry a little uptight there with when Devin Williams is in there. Still going to trust him over some of the closers around, right? Jerry's likes the Red Sox here, money line and under first 5. And Nuke says, Kikuchi, those stats aren't that, the stats are misleading, he says here. Does say Red Sox are spiraling out of control. Go with the Angels. Nasty Nate says, how about the Red Sox run line and under 11.5? A little safety squeeze, if you will, on a parlay there. Tariq leading to the over. And let's see. Trout go over on his bases there. And let's see here. Gerald says it looks like over weather here in Boston. I think that's what a lot of people are feeling right now as the temperature heats up here. I think we're in the high 60s here today. And it'll get hotter, I assure you. Flea Mathis, hello. Robert likes the over in this one. And I'm going to take the Angels again here, though. I'm going with the Angels again. I don't know what's wrong with the Angels at home, and they're playing better on the road. So I'm going to try the Angels again. I might be that guy that likes Kikuchi a little bit too much. It's been my downfall. All right. Diamondbacks and Braves here. Pretty good matchup here this week with Zach Gallen on the road going up against Spencer Strider. For Gallen here, 5.54 ERA. Really hasn't clicked so far this season, but a 238 batting average against. Decent here, close to a 1.4 BABIP. He's 3-7. The Diamondbacks are 4-8 with Gallen on the mound, but this Diamondbacks team gives you that run support. For Spencer Strider here, he's 0-3 with a 4.5 ERA, 3 starts, 3 losses. For Strider, numbers aren't great, but they aren't woeful. 4.5 ERA, 1.28 WHIP, 240 batting average against, and a 303 BABIP coming into this one. Of course, the Diamondbacks averaging 5 runs per game, but the Braves have good pitching, allowing just 3.8 runs per game this season. For Arizona here, they have lost 9 of their last 11 games overall. They've lost 8 of the last 11 overall against Atlanta. They've lost 5 straight on the road, but the Braves are struggling as well. They've lost 8 of their last 11 here coming in. Both teams sub 500 right now, almost with the same record coming into this one. Feels like the price is a little bit high for 2 teams that are, and you still look, Zach Gallen hasn't clicked here for sure so far this season. So a little bit of worrisome there. For Arizona, they've gone over in 4 of their last 5, and 5 of the last 6 meetings between the 2 teams have gone over, but the Braves have gone under in 6 of their last 7 games overall at home. So let's see what you got. This one, Arizona. Arizona and Atlanta here. Lay it on me here in the chat. And see what we got. Here we go, chat all-stars. Okay, here we go. Nate says it's a nice day up there in the Northeast. A Cascade on the over. It's only 76 here. Cooled down here after a weekend in the hundreds. Braves here, team total over. And JW says, Strider's been pitching on the road, so give him a chance here. But JW does like the over here. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this one. Here is Justin here. He's got Acuna over on his bases. Gerald Jones today says, fading Gallen on the road. He'll take the Braves on that run line. Let's see here. Dougie says he doesn't think the Braves are going to be able to get to the playoffs this season. Gerald's got Strider in his first win. Jerry also on Strider here. Robert's on the Braves as well. Braves team total over here for Jermaine. And Tariq is on the Braves. Man, you guys really like the Braves in this one here. I kind of wanted to go to. I'm going to take the over in this one as my play. Give me the over tonight with Arizona and Atlanta. That's what I'll do. I think maybe you guys kind of convinced me in that one. That widely reported steam did come in on the over, so I'm going to take the over as well. Okay. Let's go next to the Rangers on the road here against Tampa Bay with Nathan Eovaldi on the mound going up here against Drew Rasmussen. For the Rangers here, do I have it right? Do I have another pitching matchup wrong? This is Male, right? Was I looking at the wrong date? What was it? Why do I have so many road pitchers wrong here? I have it right in my notes and everything. I just for some reason on the screen here on the typing in these pictures. Did anybody figure out what I've done wrong here? Why I have the wrong pictures in there? Am I writing down tomorrow's pictures, yesterday's pictures? What's going on? Okay, we know Molly. uh, Cy Young Male here so far, 1.64 in 12 starts, 104 whip. Where did this come from, right? When you're talking about Male here, he's been a solid journeyman pitcher almost, but sometimes you just find something, I guess, right? So for Male here, great numbers, 192 batting average against, 232 BABIP. Texas is 10-2, 2-10 to the under with Male on the mound. You know that. And for Rasmussen here, 4-4 record, 3-8 to the under for Rasmussen, 2.33 ERA. You know, I said that other that Peralta Green. Maybe this one does have better starting pitching than the Peralta Green game, right? Rasmussen, 0.93 whip, 199 batting average against. So very solid starters here for sure. Both teams are alternating wins and losses right now. Was Texas winning that series over St. Louis at home? Meanwhile, Tampa Bay split their series with Houston. They had one game was 13-3, the next was 2-1. One game was 16-3, the next was 1-0. Would that mean a high-scoring game here with these two good pitchers? Let's see what you guys have in this one. Texas has defeated Tampa Bay in 7 straight meetings. Tampa Bay, though, has won 9 of their last 12 and 7 of their last 8 at home, and Texas has gone 1-5 on the road. So let me make it difficult for you. Texas has gone under in 10 of their last 14 games. Tampa Bay has gone under in 10 of their last 15. And like I said, these pitchers are combined 5-18 to the under so far this season when they start for their respective teams. Both teams hovering about 500 right now. Texas 2 games under, Tampa 1 game over. Tampa's kind of woken up a little bit to play some Tampa ball, right? You know what? Tampa's had that same type of, we think of Tampa as that sneaky team. They actually, in a couple of the years, kind of start, and then get going, which is tough, tough when you're in that division. Divisions are unfair if you think about it, right? Because Tampa Bay, every year, they've got the Red Sox and the Yankees and all that money. Toronto's always pretty good, too. The Orioles suck, but still, it does feel unfair for Tampa. Small market, broken stadium, small payroll, got to go up again. You're basically, and then when not only that, when the Yankees and Boston go down there, all the fans are rooting for the road team. All right, let's get the comments from the chat here with the Rangers game. All right, Justin likes the Rangers here. Raise and under for Jerry. Got some steam coming in right now on a game that we've already discussed. It's Houston and Pittsburgh, guys. McCullers and Skeens. It's going to go down to 7 right now. We're seeing the steam come in on this game between the Pirates and Houston. 7.5 under is probably going to turn into 7 over here once the steam starts to go. We're giving you the jump here right now on the morning steam. That's why you tune in here. Yes, maybe to watch me fumble through my script every day, but JW says Gallon is better on the road. Philly Eagle Flyer says on the over in Atlanta. And Nasty Nate hasn't rooted for the Braves in 30 years here. Gerald Jones says under first. They told me Nate is older than you would think. Is that right, Nate? Nate's not quite an old timer like me. All right, Gerald says under first 5. He's got Tampa and a parlay. Philly Eagle Flyer likes the game to be tied after the second inning. Tariq with the Rays here. And Philly Eagle Flyer says tied after the second inning. And NYC Bar says take the Rays. I'm on the Rangers here, guys. I'm on the Rangers. They dominate this series. And both pitchers are doing pretty well for sure. But I'm going to try the Rangers here on the road against the Rays. Next up are the Tigers. And see, here's one where I don't even have the line written down. So for Job, I think he had the injury. Let's see what the thing is. Is it they haven't activated him? Is that what the deal is here? Maybe that's why. They had to send Job to the injured list, right? Let me see what's going on here. Yeah. So Job isn't pitching today, that's for sure, right? So I guess we don't even know yet who the Tigers pitcher is, although there is some word that Sawyer Gibson Long may be the man here to maybe will he get the start here in this one today, or will they have an opener possibly, and then Gibson Long going to be getting in his appearance here. Remember, he was formerly a pretty decent prospect, and it pitched last year as well, but then he had surgery last season, something with his elbow, and wasn't Tommy John, though, I don't think. So we'll see. I think this is actually one where it is undecided right now. I don't know who it is, and I usually know who it is. I'm the man you can trust with telling you who's pitching a lot of times, right? How many times have you guys? I'm not saying it like some, out of arrogance, right? But sometimes we speculate on the pitching a little bit. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I get them wrong too, but sometimes when they end up plugging in the pitcher. I always say to myself, hey, I'm glad I said what I did on the show because that is who is pitching. So, all right. The Tigers are definitely sketchy right now, though. As good as they are, this is a sketchy pitching situation here right now. Now, Brebbia pitched yesterday, 12 pitches. Dylan Smith, they're kind of their long guy. He also pitched 22 pitches yesterday. So let's see how they're going to work this out here. I'm just trying to analyze it here right now after Flaherty went there yesterday, right? Okay. Yeah, they really don't even have a scheduled starter for the next 2 days. So you got to figure Gibson Long. Maybe they come in with an opener here. Let me put the line up right now. We do have a line on the game. It's Tigers about $1.60 here, and the total 8.5. There we go. Maybe you guys are telling me who's pitching in the chat. Let me go over there and see what's going on. All right. Tigers here for NYC Bar. Gerald says undecided will be pitching. Could it be Johnny Holstaff going for the Tigers? Does see Spoons has got it. Thank you, Spoons. Yeah, so maybe they'll have one of their openers here. I guess if I had to look, out of this crew, right, for an opener to start this game, I would imagine who could we have? A Herder. I would imagine it might be Herder. You're actually Herder. Uh, you got to look for some of these guys that can go kind of along here and maybe after that. But if Gibson Long comes in, he can fill that void there. But maybe Herder opens, possibly, right? That's what I would think would be probably the obvious choice. Oh, Holton too. No, yeah, Holton. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. White Sox cash Kane on the. He wants the White Sox here. Maybe they're anytime you get a little sketchiness, right? With the uh, I got you, Nate. AOD's here today, and Spoon says had a good appearance last week. Did Gibson Long? Yeah, it wasn't Tommy John surgery. There some other type of elbow injury there, I believe, for Gibson Long. So let's see. Tariq leaning to the under, though. And I think that's going to do it here. Let's see. Yeah, not much. It's as expected, right? This one even is a little bit tough to want to make the call on here for me, but man, Tigers easy money for Jermaine here. Look, Shane Smith's in here, right? I mean, come on. Shane Smith, it gives the White Sox their one ray of hope. A 2.68 ERA, 1.1. The whip, 204 batting average against. Shane Smith has done a pretty good job. He did get racked up there, I think, was it last start? But still, he's 1-3, and the White Sox are 2-9 with Smith. So are you really going to trust him here right now? Doesn't feel like a great situation no matter what, no matter who's pitching for the Detroit Tigers, right? Yeah. Nick says bullpen game here. Yeah. Well, Gibson Long is kind of a starter. I mean, he comes in if it's Herder first or whatever. They could end up getting some innings out of him here. Smith to get rocked here tonight by Detroit. You can't deny this lineup too. This lineup. So Detroit should be able to eventually get this one, no matter who they throw out there. I'm just going to take Detroit money line because I'm scared of what's going on, but I do. You still got to trust these guys a little bit. And yeah, we know about our White Sox. I'll look for spots here, but I'm going to just go with the Tigers. I'm not going to go run line right now. With a little bit sketchy, and there's no doubt, even if Smith did have a rocky start last time out, White Sox have still lost 4 in a row here because they're the White Sox. And Detroit is having a pretty good groove here again, as usual, of late. So, all right, just going to take money line here. I don't know what's going on. Jermaine says Betts is in today. He says he's got the news for us. As his, remember, it wasn't he had a broken toe that he got when he got up in the middle of the night and broke his toe. Now, it wasn't the little piggy that went to market. It wasn't the little piggy that stayed home. It wasn't the little piggy that had roast beef. It was actually the little piggy that didn't have any roast beef that was broken. All right, let's move on. Hey, well, look at this. We got the Royals and the Cardinals here in the Show Me series going on here. Don't they save this for the week when everyone played? We've already seen this series, right? Already this season we just saw them a couple weeks ago, back in the middle of May. The Cardinals took 2 out of 3 in that one. 2 low-scoring games at Kansas City, and then the opener was 10-3. Cardinals did take 2 of the 3 games in that meeting. You have Lorenzen here on the road on the mound for the Royals. Comes in here with an ERA of 4.33 for Palante. He's got a 4.23 ERA. These pitchers have very similar numbers. Palante may be a little bit better, batting average against, a little bit better BABIP coming in, and the Cardinals are 7-4 with Palante on the mound. Meanwhile, Lorenzen has a record of 3-6. Coming into this one, Cardinals have won 6 of their last 9 games overall. They're 9-2 in their last 11 games at home. They're 19-8 overall at home. The Royals are just 12-16 on the road so far this season. And remember, they average just 3.2 runs per game. Meanwhile, the Cardinals average over 4.5 runs per game coming in. So let's hear from you in the chat tonight when Kansas City takes on St. Louis in a good game in the Show Me series, the I-78. Widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game right now. It's 9 under 15 here in this one. How about that? And that's with a Royals team that can't hit. Of course, everyone's talking about this is your big debut for the Royals today. They bring up their touted prospect in this one, and everyone's been looking forward to the debut here of Caglianone. If I got it right? Everybody's been talking about this guy. Number 6 pick in the 2024 draft. He's had pretty good numbers in the minors, especially that power, that slugging here. So Caglianone comes up here in this game expected today, I do believe. I think he plays. I think they were saying, is he going to be in the outfield and not first base? Let's see what you have in this one. Still feels, Cardinals, yes. On fire here of late. Yeah, they lost 2 of 3, but they were on that long winning streak. And you do have, no doubt about it, still Kansas City, yes. Issues on the road, no doubt about it. Let's go to the chat in this one, see what we have here. With NYC Bar. He likes the Cardinals here in this one. Justin says Cardinals over here. And Gerald says he's got St. Louis and Tampa Bay. Tariq says Cardinals and over as well. And Nick says Palante. 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 4K. Got that win in that game on May 16th against the Cardinals. That was the wild one, the 10-3 game that was won by the Cardinals. And we'll have Caglianone as an outfielder. Okay. St. Louis on the money line here for JW. Could it spark this Royals offense here today in this one? I kind of want to take the Royals and see what we get. Don't want to put too much pressure on the young man here in this one, but I'm going to try Kansas City here today, actually, as a dog. Here, I'm not going to take them on the run line. They're minus 170. So I'll take plus $1.20 here. Kansas City struggles on the road. I get all that, but I'm going to try them here today. Give me Kansas City in this one. All right, next up, the Orioles are taking on the Mariners here with, got to look at the pitchers every time. Sugano going up against Kirby. Here we've seen Kirby, the return. Must be 7:30. The return of Kirby. 2 starts so far, 11.42 ERA. Hasn't looked good. 1.8 whip, 361 the batting average against, and 385 BABIP. Bad numbers, 2 starts, not good for Kirby. For Sugano here in this one, a 3.23 ERA. Look, Orioles have been bad, but Sugano's been a pretty good. I'd say pretty good, actually, here. 4-3 record. The Orioles are 6-5 with Sugano, 3.23 ERA, 1.06 the whip, 238 batting average against, and 237 BABIP. Orioles, among the worst teams in the league, really, especially money wise. Here, yeah, they're 22-36. That's terrible. We know that. But Kirby, not yet able to get on track. Baltimore's actually won 6 of the last 8 meetings between the two teams, and Baltimore might be playing their best ball here in a while, having won 6 of their last 8 games and 3 in a row as they swept the White Sox. But Seattle also coming in here off of a pair of wins. They won the series over Minnesota, but for some reason this team's kind of giving them a hard time. 14 of the last 17 games for Seattle at home have gone over here of late. Wow. And Seattle's gone over in 5 of their last 6 games. Orioles have gone 6-14 here in their last 20 games on the road. Tricky game here, it feels like. But let's go to the chat and see what you guys have in this one. With Mariners for NYC Bar, Cash Kane on the Orioles here and the over. Gerald says he's got this one as one of his best bets of the day. Take the over in this one. Justin says Orioles team total over. And Cash Kane says Kirby can't even get out of the first or second inning right now. Wow, that sounds terrible. Man, I really worry for Kirby if he is struggling like that. I didn't realize it was that bad that he could get just yanked here after a couple of innings. Look, he's even walked a few hitters, right? So that's not Kirby-like. All right, I'm going to go with the over here in this one with Baltimore and Seattle today. I'll take the over. Next up is my Padres, and they've got Burgert going up out there. Burgert's pitched for the Padres before. He picked up his first major league win about a month ago. So Padres got the win 1-0 yesterday in that game. I had the under. I'm not saying I'm the great handicap. Well, of course I am. I'm a great handicapper, right, guys? But over Sunday and Monday, I did pick. Now, I guess anybody could have picked the under, right? But there were 2 1-0 games on Sunday and a 1-0 game yesterday, and I had a premium over there at Tony's Picks on all 3 of those games. So I don't know. That seems pretty good. I guess they were probably expected to be low-scoring games. Maybe everybody had a premium on those games, but just interesting that they were 1-0, and I had my highest level of play on the under. I guess I'm supposed to, right? I'm not supposed to brag. That's supposed to be what's supposed to happen. All right. For Burger here, 4 appearances, 1-0 record, has not allowed a run yet. He's got great numbers, actually, but just not a lot of work. Hasn't walked a batter yet. Hasn't been up here the whole time, also. For Landon Roop, here, 3.7 ERA, 1.4 the whip, 277 batting average against, and a 335 BABIP for Roop. Don't bring me down, Roop. Let's go to some of the comments here in this one with Padres taking on the Giants here today after the Padres were able to get that win. That's what the Padres need, is some wins that they can, tough it out a little bit. And great defense there, right? Machado was out of the game. Iglesias was in there at third base, and he was looking terrific there in the late innings. He made that big play of one of the hardest hit balls there to third base, and he came up big time with that stop. For the Giants here, they come in having lost 5 of their last 7 games overall. They've lost 5 straight to the Padres, and including 5 of the last 6 at home against the Padres. Padres have had kind of their number. 9 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have gone under. The widely reported steam came in on the under as well. It's down to 7.5 here. Giants are up to maybe $1.55. The total has definitely dropped between these two teams. It's 7.5 over at maybe minus 115 or so, but did get steamed here a little bit to the under in this one. I don't know if I want to pass on the Padres at this price right now. Let's see what you got here in the chat with these two. Hey, let's see here. Oh, Orioles for Tariq. Sorry, I missed that one. NYC Bar likes the Giants here. Cash Cane, Giants. Here's Jerry on the Giants. I don't think the Giants at $1.55. I'm not going to be interested in that. Let's see here. Jermaine says he'll go over now after what happened yesterday. Said the Giants should have scored 8 runs yesterday. The Padres kept getting out of it for sure. No doubt. Tariq took the Giants there. Says, look, got some CLV out of that one. And Jerry says you got to trust these nighttime unders here a little bit. Steam also came in on the Giants in this game. I should recognize Roberts on the Padres here. JW says Padres just don't have any pitchers. And the good Bergert had some good outings there, but Roop has been dealing as well. I got to take the Padres at this number. I mean, there's no problem. I have no problem taking my Padres at this kind of price. I think that's what's got me most interested here is just seems to be a pretty high line for, two teams with very similar records here right now. Padres are actually 2 games ahead of the Giants right now in the standings, right? All right, let's see here. I want to look at the standings real quick in the West. Yeah, Padres right now 2 games back of the Dodgers, with the Giants 3 games back. Dodgers, I'd say it's almost un-Dodger-like. All right, I'll take the Pods. Here's the Twins and the Athletic. Woo! Ramon was on one yesterday. Okay, this is Twins and Athletics. It is Lopez and Lopez. Did I really do that? Okay, well, it is Lopez versus Lopez. I think that was a sitcom last season. It might have already gotten canceled there, I think. But pick your Lopez here for the real, I don't want to say the real Lopez, but you've got Pablo Lopez here, 2.72 ERA, 4-3 record. Jacob Lopez, 6.32 ERA. He's 0-3, 1.8 WHIP, and a 370 BABIP. Big difference in Lopez's here in this one. And you do have the Twins here, close to a $2 favorite now. I mean, $1.80 is cheap. It's at least $1.90. And the total has moved to 10 for sure in this one with Minnesota and the A's today. Look, I'm all about these. In this park, we're all about these overs here. I'd imagine that Minnesota could get a pretty big number here the way things are going. Minnesota here was clicking, but the A's are on this losing streak, man. I'm almost want to pull for them a little bit. It's getting kind of bad right now. Currently, the A's are, how many is it? Is it just 5 in a row only? It feels like more. They've lost 8 of their last 9 games at home. They've lost 7 of the last 8 games to the Twins here. I'm going with the Twins for sure on the run line right now, even if the Twins offense isn't mashing. In fact, the Twins average just 4.1 runs per game. The A's average 4.2 runs per game. The difference is in the pitching. The A's allow over 6 runs per game, and the Twins allow just 3.5 runs per game so far this season. What do you have here? Twins and A's. You got Lopez? Here we go with the picks here. NYC Bar, Twins on the run line. And JW, right? Padres need to make a deal. And I said yesterday, I was saying, man, the Padres sure would like to get Haney. Cash gains on the Twins run line. I'm on the Twins run line here in this one. It's funny. The it seems like the A's do go kind of like, cover the run line, lose. Cover the next game, cover the run line, next game, lose. All right. And Jerry Davis says the Padres is going to give up the home run, say the Bar Park Pal website. Justin's here is on the Twins to go over. Jerry's on the Twins run line. Irish King says go over. Tariq, he knows because he watched the Lopez show. See, or maybe he means this Lopez show is canceled. Twins and team total. Is Buxton in there? Great. Yeah, I missed one. He came back, missed a game. I think that was on purpose, right? So here's A's money line for JW and under. That's a total contrarian play, but love J-Dub. And, I mean, after all, the thing is, he says go the A's, and he's got that Giants hat on, so it takes him a little extra courage when he wants to play the A's. I talked about it earlier about the A's, the Major League Baseball said when the A's, remember when they were good for a week, and they told the A's, hey, you guys might be better than we thought. We don't want you to play in this ballpark if you make the playoffs. And the Giants said, don't look at us. Maybe the Giants said we're going to be in the playoffs. All right, Philly Eagle Flyer, Yanks, Cubs, Tigers, Twins, 5-1 parlay. Irish King says Minnesota just keeps sweeping these guys a lot. That's it in that one. Let's go to the last game of the night, and you've got the Mets taking on the Dodgers. Boy, pretty tough for the Dodgers. Hey, nobody's gonna feel bad for the Dodgers. Have to play the Yankees, and you got to play the Mets. And hey, we had the Mets yesterday on the run line in that game against the Dodgers last night. And of course, Mets won it though, 4-3. You've got Tyler McGill going here for the Mets, going up against Clayton Kershaw. For Kershaw here, 3 starts now. 1 and 2 are the Dodgers in Kershaw starts. He does not have any record just yet. 4.91 ERA, 275 batting average against, 294 BABIP. I'm okay with what Kershaw's work so far since his return. I think it's a little bit dicey here at this price right now, $1.40 or so, $1.45, 9 over 20. The widely reported steam came in on the over in this, came in on the under in this game, believe it or not, here. But still, man, the Mets, I got to give them a shot here. McGill, people kind of make fun of McGill, but his numbers are pretty good. 227 batting average against here. Mets are just 5-6 with McGill, interestingly enough, and a 323 BABIP. Not great there, but still 30% strikeout rate, pretty strong. Could knock off the walks. Kershaw having some walks issues. Mets have won 4 straight coming into this one after the win yesterday. And, of course, they swept Colorado. No big deal. But what say you here in this one with the Mets and the Dodgers in a good one tonight? Let's go to the chat. And the show will be almost over. We'll look at some WNBA here real quick as well. Dodgers run line for NYC Bar. J-Dub says he thought last night's was a Dodgers spot to win. And that they, kind of blew it there in the end, right? Jerry says that 1-4-5 there for Kershaw. 1-5-4, I think. 1-5-4 whip so far. If that's what Jerry means. I don't know if that's what he means. They're over for Philly Eagle Flyer, and Gerald Jones says he faced the Mets in New York. Did Kershaw in that outing? Let's read off the whole statistics there for him in that one. Let's see what it was. Just 2 innings pitched, remember. I think it was actually lifted for precaution. It was like, what was the deal in that one? I'm trying to remember now. Here's Justin says Dodgers over on their team total. Mets first 5 for Jerry. JW says Dodgers run line. Tariq is on the Dodgers. And JW says the Mets against the left-handers, not so great, right, so far. But they are 8-6 against left-handers still. But, they don't always have to score a lot of runs like they would probably against this Dodgers team, especially if Mookie hopefully is back there. So, all right. Hey, I got to make my call in this one. And hopefully, Kershaw kind of gets back. But, the Dodgers in these home games right now, I mean, they all go over. So can you do it again? Now, went under last night against the Mets for sure. Mets have gone under in 9 of their last 10 games on the road. The Dodgers and Mets have gone over in 6 of the last 7 games between the two teams, though, here in Dodger Stadium. Mets have won 8 of the last 12 meetings here in L.A. They've kind of had their number, actually. Dodgers have been over for sure here of late. Gone over in 14 of their last 18 at home and 6 of their last 7 overall here. So let's see what you have, though, here at let's see here. Okay, I guess that's it for you guys, and I'm going to make my call here. Robert likes the Dodgers in this one on the run line. All right. And, Mookie probable tonight. That might be driving up the line here a little bit, but, man, I don't think the Dodgers with Kershaw still trying to get up to speed here. It doesn't feel like. All right. I'm going to go under in this one with the Mets and the Dodgers here tonight. That's going to do it for the baseball segment. Thank you, everybody. Let's get ready for the WNBA. But first, let's go out to, let's do the barbecue, you guys. Let's do the commercial here. We got to keep everyone updated. We got lots of props out there, and we got an opportunity for you guys to have a little fun this summer with us, with Mikey and the gang. So let's just take a moment here, shall we? I want to run the commercial here for the contest and be right back.
Sports Money's excited to present Chillin' and Grillin'. It's our 4th of July contest designed to bring you a barbecue from the Sports Money family. Real simple contest. It's a ribeye play of the day. You too can get in the ribeye business. And it's a real simple contest. All you have to do is pick one player per day. The contest period runs from June 9th through June 19th. That's a 10-day contest. That means you pick one player. You'll see on the screen Ohtani, RBI with the price and the book. You'll post that each day, 1 entry per day required for 10 total entries. And of course, you got to post it to the designated video. It's in the comments field that we want to focus on this contest. Entries, of course, must be in before the game starts. We'll tally them all up. When it's all said and done, we'll look at the best net gain, net profit generated from the RBIs. And the winner will receive the gift basket you see on the right, a gift card to pay for your barbecue fun. Enjoy the contest. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button and keep the comments coming. We'll see you soon.
All right. Well, Mike was talking. I saw a little news come across the wire. Noah Cates signs a new deal with the Flyers, 4 years at $16 million. Okay, let's go to the WNBA. You ever to give that contest a try? You know, you're going to go up against Justin here. But so what you do is on each day's video, go find your prop and type in the line, type in the book. I don't know how that's going to be, man. I mean, look, I mean, here's the thing, right? I like props. I try to give out props. I don't do props really on this show. I try not to do very many props on a lot of shows because if anybody here is a real prop better like I am, the props are done in the morning. The props are done overnight if you can at some books, in the morning at others. Whenever they open up, you get on the props and you're done. Waiting for props at the last minute, like I do on those shows where I'm laying 50 cents more than I have to. It's just, I'm not downplaying the contest. The contest is awesome. But promise you, get your picks in early on those props. I mean, got to be, I make money betting two sides of props sometimes. Props move so big. You could have a prop at overnight at a minus 115 or one, and by the end of the day, it's like minus 175. If you know what you're doing, you can, you not saying to arbitrage props, it sometimes defeats the purpose. But look, part of being a professional gambler, you say, who is a professional gambler out there? Who are these guys on YouTube? Look, I can't sit here all day and go, I took minus 115 on a guy, and then I took him plus $1.25. I cashed out and I made $20. But when you do it 5 times a day, I'm just trying to pay the rent here. So sometimes that happens, right? Props go out of control, man. I tell you. Okay, let's Justin knows because he is a props man. So like I said, you're probably done with your real yeah, I mean, you're firing on away just like I do on. Let's go to the WNBA. Tonight we got 3 games here, good games. This is part of the Commissioner's Cup now. We're into Commissioner's Cup play, and that means the ladies are playing for the money. You remember the NBA, for all of you newcomers, the NBA in-season tournament. That's what the Commissioner's Cup is all about. And the money's a little more significant for the women because they don't make as much. So it becomes a little more important for them. I think that's why you saw last year, you didn't have the Lynx defeat the Liberty. It didn't like you have some Cinderella coming out of there. But look, could it be again the Lynx and the Liberty? I think you can get plus 250 on that right now. That doesn't sound too bad, actually. So let's take a look here right now with the Mystics taking on the Fever. Here in this one, you've got the Mystics coming in here at 3-4. This is their first Commissioner's Cup game. They're 4-3 against the spread. They played on May the 28th. It was 83-77 as they won and covered at home, did the Mystics. In this one, Washington also won the last 2 games between the 2 teams last year. Now we know the status of Caitlin Clark. I mean, she's still going to be out. And interestingly enough, they said maybe 4 games. I don't know. Could be a little bit longer. The Fever yesterday signed Ari McDonald to the roster on an emergency hardship because now Sophie Cunningham is out. So there's an issue with the guards here for the Fever for sure. Cunningham was also kind of, Colson was also kind of injured and beat up a little bit. So I think this is tough. Washington's playing pretty good. They're 4-3 against the spread. Indiana's lost 3 straight. They're 2-3 against the spread. Washington has lost 4 of 5, but did play a little bit of a tough schedule. Washington's 2-5 to the under, 1-4 to the under as a dog. Indiana, meanwhile, is 3-1 to the over at home, but 2-3 to the under as a favorite this season. So look, Mystics are playing pretty good, and right now, I would say pretty good. I mean, they have, like I said, lost 4 of 5, but maybe a bit of a surprise team early on, and they are 4-3 ATS. But the Fever, you know, the expectation was Clark goes out. This is still a very good team, and they should look for. They haven't looked good. They've looked very dysfunctional without Clark so far. So maybe as the games go along here, 2, 3, hopefully it won't be very many games, but they can play a little bit better. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure really if they will be the better. I'm going to go with Washington here plus the points. Is what I'm trying to say. And figure the move is clearly on Washington. In fact, the widely reported steam did come in on Washington. It also came in on the over, but right now this total is moving to 160.5, which is lower than the opener of maybe 161.5 or 162. So I'm going to take Washington here. They're playing just fine here, and I'll tell you what, Brittany Sykes is on fire, and you talk about props. I'll probably be on some Brittany Sykes props here. And look, Howard's got to step up. This might actually be a tough game for Howard here. They need her, obviously. The Fever need her, but we'll see. I feel like maybe she's not quite the same without Clark in there. So I'm going to take Washington here. Okay, let's see what you guys have here. And yep, right, Jerry. But it's just same thing, Jerry. Right? You got to just hit them early, and you'll beat these things by like 50 cents, right? There, you can almost look at the first move and just bet it. And if you really like the other side, you probably can get the right price there to buy it back. Okay, Justin says Fever under in their team total here in this one. I mean, come on. How is this game ever going to reach 162 points? Really? Right? Feels like AOT. Justin says, don't give out any advice there. Let people put minus 175. And I'm guilty too. Because you know what? There are a lot of great props experts out there, better than me. But yeah, better, believe it or not. Props are not. I'm just starting to work on my props for one-sided profit, I'll say, because I sometimes just take just take the arbitrage. A lot of times they go so crazy, but you can't go on the air here and say, hey, look at me, I made $200 today arbitraging props. No, that's boring. I mean, that's not public handicapping. I sit here all day looking at these screens and these numbers, and sometimes you just got, it's kind of like these stocks now, the thing's all the way back up here today, all of a sudden, a 1.5%. And you might think the stocks are going to go higher. I just sell them. I'll buy it again tomorrow if I think it's going up. Here's Cash Cane on the Fever, however, and Justin's getting close, maybe taking the Mystics. Here is Cash Cane. He likes the Fever to win every quarter. He likes them in a blowout, it looks like there. Also, Mystic. JOD just loves his Mystics. Twisted said Tiafoe got a set. That's pretty good for Tiafoe here. It's right now coming into the third set. I'm going to have some enjoyable tennis here to watch. NYC bars with me on the Mystics here a little bit. Tariq says the line just went pumped back up. Yeah, no doubt about it. It is a move there for sure. Like I said, this widely reported steam already came in, but thank you, Tariq. You are exactly right. I'll move it to 4.5 because there's still plenty of 4.5s. But yeah, I see the 5s out there. I see it right here at the South Point in Vegas right now. All right, next up, Mercury and the Lynx. This is the game of the day, if not the game of the year, really, so far. Yeah, okay, we had the Liberty and the Aces. You could say, but this is the sneaky game of the year. Phoenix comes in 5-2. They're 1-0 in the Commissioner's Cup with the win over LA. They rallied from 13 points down in that game to beat LA. We were on them, of course. We're kind of on this Phoenix team. Interestingly, as a 5-2 record, they're 4-3 against the spread. Minnesota 7-0 straight up, 2-5 against the spread. They are overrated. Not overrated just overrated against the spread. I don't think they're totally over. They're pretty damn good. They're 1-0. They're the 1-0 in the Commissioner's Cup. They're the defending Cup champions. They have failed to cover in 5 straight games, including Sunday's game against Golden State. They actually needed a second half surge to kind of come back in that game. So this is too many points, right? For sure here. It feels like too many points, but I'm going to end up here, I think, on a total in this one. I'm going to go with the first half under here with Phoenix and Minnesota. I'll take under in the first half. I gotta have some premiums in the WNBA is what I think. And man, Phoenix is playing pretty decent, and Minnesota, they just are allergic to covering the spread. They get it done, they win the game, but Phoenix, a team that has definitely been a bit of an underachiever. I mean, not overachiever, but they performed well. And this spread has gone up to 12.5 and 159 here right now. I should update that at least. It's definitely 12.5, right? Maybe some 12s out there. But I'll take under here in the first half with the Mystics, with the Mercury and the Lynx. First half total there is 81. All right. Oh, you guys have some comments and some plays here in this one. Let's see here. Jerry says, take Washington. Laker boy says, where you at? Yeah, I have, it's definitely an office type Laker boy. I call it the satellite studios. I've got about, I turn on my computers too when I watch games. I used to be one of those mass TV guys, but now, I've kind of trimmed them down a little bit. And now that you can watch multiple games on the TVs. So got 6 TVs in here currently. Well, 8 if you count. The 2 of them are like monitors, and I go between computer and games. You can put games on them. You know how the things work nowadays. But we're just here in my satellite studios in my palatial estate in Las Vegas. Justin says he's got the Mercury here in this one plus the points. NYC bars got the Mercury as well. Let's go to the late game here in the W with the Dallas Wing. Wait a minute. There we go. That was last week's game. Hold on here, guys. There we go. Wings and Storm here tonight with Dallas on the road in this one. 9.5 here for the Storm right now. That's 10.5 for the Storm. Oh, wow. I mean, who wants to Storm? They might crush them. They might crush them here. I'm on the Storm. And now it's 10.5. This thing will be a premium. But I'm going to take Seattle here for sure. And this feels like a really bad spot for this struggling Dallas team here right now. For Dallas, they did just lose 2 straight games to Chicago. So, and no Paige Beckers here still. I believe she missed 1 more game here. Tyasha Harris is also out here for Dallas. Now, Katie Lou Samuelson, she's out for the season now, ruled out for the season here for Seattle. I think that's kind of new news, isn't it? I know she was not. Okay, well, let me just research that a little bit. But Seattle comes in 3-4. They're 0-1 in the Commissioner's Cup so far. They are 4-3 against the spread. Dallas is 2-5 against the spread. Seattle has lost 3 straight, but consider the opposition. They lost to Las Vegas. They lost to Minnesota, and Atlanta's been pretty good. Dallas is 1-3 to the under as a favorite. Seattle is 1-3 to the under as an underdog, but I don't know. Seattle might rack up a big number on them here. Gabby Williams had 20 in the loss to Vegas. They did close to 4 in that game, but ended up getting blown out. So Seattle still, like I said, 4-3. I'm going to take Seattle in this one. Lay 10.5. All right. Laker boy, I do go to the sports books, mostly the one. I don't go to the strip very often to the sports books, unless seeing somebody there or some other things going on. I go to ones that are off. I go to the South Point, which is south of the Strip. It's kind of by itself. I go to the Green Valley Ranch, which is kind of the closest book to me, or the quickest book to me. I think South Point might be just a little closer, but Green Valley is freeway. So, and it's only 2 miles, 2 or 3 miles, if that. So, Cash Kane says the Sparks the Sparks are off. Cash Storm here. Justin says Storm over. Jazz Chisholm has been activated from the injured list, so Chisholm expected back in the lineup for Miami. NYC Bar likes the Storm. Justin says take him in the first half. That's it for the morning steam. Hey, got a premium pick in the match between Tommy Paul and Alcaraz still up there, but I'll just tell you. I'm on Tommy Paul to cover. 7.5 games. There's Cash Kane. He just, like me, kind of forgot the name wrong or something. I'm going to take Tommy Paul plus 7.5 games. Tommy Paul's playing great. I know Carlito is crushing here right now, but hey, Tommy Paul's done a nice job. I've already lost one today. Mussetti's not looking great here to cover any number, it looks like. So maybe I'm losing my touch here at the end of the tournament after roaring through it. But I'm going to take Paul plus the games there. Thanks, everybody. That's it. Please join me over at winnable.com/Ramon. Like I said, I mean, some light days here, but hey, please consider subscribing to my plays. I cover WNBA. I cover tennis. I send out plays in these minor sports as premiums, including college baseball as well. We know we're going to have some great super regionals here this weekend, so make sure you're signed up and subscribed. They have a free subscription over there as well, you guys. If you're not on the free subscription, try to send out I think I've actually not had anything for the last day or two on the free, so try to get something to you over there. But consider subscribing to the free plays. Look, when you go over there, this is what it looks like. You go over there right now, and there's the sports betting with Ramon. And you can scroll down here to the free section, okay? You get free VIP picks and maybe some other stuff. Hit subscribe. It comes up, doesn't charge you anything. Look, we got 226 subscribers on the free, and you combine that with several dozen. We have about 4 dozen, I think, a little 4 dozen. So about 300. Let's see, what's that? 260, 270 subscribers to these. I'm really impressed that you guys would consider that. Some of you are on both, I know, but just click on it there, hit subscribe now, say you'd like to receive it, and just hit the subscribe now button. And I don't send you anything that you don't want from me. I'm not going to spam you. I'm in charge of all this winnable stuff. And hey, if you get the subscriber package over there, say you get the 1 month, when you click on it there and it has the subscribe, you could do the little Apple Pay and Google Pay. It comes up just like when I went to Taco Bell last night. It pops up there. You do the double clicking, it charges you, and real easy. And you keep me afloat here, and so I don't have to sit up 24 hours a day trying to arbitrage baseball props. I try to do some work here and bring you some winners on the morning steam. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Really appreciate it. Be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Don't forget, Mikey is here with pre-gaming today at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. Also, don't forget, we already have VB MMA picks up right now if you want to watch another show with me, just what you want. Can't get enough of me. We also have VB, and our guest this week was Kyle Anthony from Wager Talk, and you see him all over the place, VSIN and other shows talking MMA. So why not check it out? We previewed the fight card, or 3 fights for this weekend, including that main event. Davalishvili versus O'Malley 2 here on Saturday. So check that out. We'll have our other programming coming up as well this week with First Strike and the like. Appreciate it, gang. Catch you here tomorrow. Good luck today. See if anybody. Thank you, Justin. You know what I meant, Justin. Thank you. Just a little bit of slip of the brain there. And let's see here. Laker Boy, thank you. And everybody, all right, that's it. This is Catch You Tomorrow here, more Morning Steam. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
Cover, that's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.